that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of the Victim No More podcast. As you can see, the landscape is already different from what you typically see every Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock. Why? Because I got me a whole lot of help from a few of my friends here tonight. And what we're going to do, without even delaying, because you've read the caption as far as the post that we had put up earlier today. This is going to be a real discussion amongst transformation contest winners within TLC from different years, from different times, but we all share something in common. We have all had the same journey, the ultimate test as far as our own wellness and health goals are concerned. So without any further ado, what I want to do is actually introduce to you this evening the head of our roundtable. I'm trying to behave though. That's what I'm really trying to do. But I'm gonna do that. But our amazing leader here for this evening is a transformation contest winner out of Orlando, our latest Mind, Body, and Spirit tour stop, and you all know who she is. I mean, she almost don't need an introduction, but we just gonna go ahead and be formal with it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Regional Director Miss Gwendolyn Branch.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's happening on the podcast? The Victim No More is live. Get myself together. I'm so sorry. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Listen, first of all, giving honor to God who's the head of my life. No, but in real life. No. But hey, Fire, hey, girl. I was looking for you. Hey, what's up, y'all? So, first of all, Bobby P, thank you so much for allowing us to come to this amazing platform. I don't know if you all have been tuning in to these Victim No Mores. I'll be about to die on the treadmill listening to some of these stories. I'll be like, she got shot. Like, it just gets really, really live and really lit. So thank you so much for actually having this moment where people can share their stories and just help people get out of that victim mentality into a place where they are victorious. So thank you, Bobby P. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Gwen, from Team Restoration. And of course, Team Shaw, where our amazing leader is Philip Birchfield. Yes, what's up, Philly Billy? Ow! Anyway, so let's get here for what we're actually here for. As Bobby P just explained, we are all TLC Transformation Winners. I know y'all like, what's that? Like, what's a transformation winner? So how about we're going to go into that right now. So we're going to do really quick introductions of everybody here, and then we will explain to you what a transformation winner is. All right? So real quick, I'm going to ask everyone if you can introduce yourself. I will go last. And if you can introduce yourself, starting with your name, give the year that you won the transformation contest, as well as how much weight you either lost or what your transformation looked like once you won. Okay? So as I said, I'm going last. So D'Angelo, you right in the middle, shorty. So if you just want to pop off.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Gwen. I appreciate it. First of all, I want to say thank you for putting this together. I thank Bobby P for sharing the platform. I appreciate being here. My name is D'Angelo Malcolm. I won the 2017 Transformation Contest in Las Vegas, Nevada. I lost a total of 85 pounds.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm sorry. I was over here celebrating because that's bomb. Like it ain't easy to lose that kind of weight. I'm struggling with 3 pounds. All right, Fern. don't be mad at me. Go ahead, Fern. Hit me up.
Hey everybody, my name is Fern Morgan and I won the 2018 Transformation Contest in Detroit. Gwen, I do want to thank you for inviting me to be here to speak to everyone, to serve, and to just share my transformation. And Bobby P, thank you as well for opening up your platform. My transformation was losing 53 pounds in 90 days and also getting rid of 3 jobs just due to an increase in my business, getting rid of 3 jobs, saying goodbye to them in a total of 6 months. Thank you.
Okay, so you just gonna do that? You just gonna drop the mic like that? I can't. Thank you, Fern. Listen, I'm about to get to your level. I'm coming for you. I'm coming. No, I'm just joking. Thank you, boo. Siobhan, what's up, girl?
What's up? What's up? Thank you, Bobby P, for sharing your platform. Thank you, Gwen, for inviting me onto this platform to share a little bit about my story. So my name is Siobhan Michelle, and I am a 2021 Transformation winner. And I won in Detroit. Was that Detroit? Yeah, Detroit. At the studio for TLC, and I lost 113 pounds.
Go ahead, y'all just go ahead. These pounds is adding up. Okay. All right, Tiffany. I said Tiffany and I. Go.
Hello. Thank you, Bobby P, for using your platform like everybody else has mentioned. And Gwen, thank you, Queen, for inviting me to be on this platform with you. My name is Tiffany Booker, known across my platforms as Tragape Solutions. I was recently with Gwen in Orlando, July 2021. As the transformation winner with my sis over there. So I am excited about this. I lost 60 pounds when I won my transformation, and I'm still losing. So it's been a great journey thus far.
Thank you, Tiffany. That was beautiful. Don't we all agree? I'm gonna go because I'm gonna let Bobby go last. So hi, my name's Gwen. How y'all doing? What's up? Yeah, because when he give you his number, I'm gonna be like, I ain't going after that. So how y'all doing? My name's Gwen. I won the transformation contest in July of 2021. I don't know if anybody else that missed the whole year, you forget what day it is, because that's me. So July 2021, I was able to grace the stage for Total Life Changes, and I lost at that point 134 pounds. Yeah. No applause. No applause. Thank you, Jesus. All right, Bobby. You last, sir. Just blow it up. I just can't. I'm going.
Oh my goodness. All jokes aside, Gwen, I want to thank you for, having this idea as far as transformation contest winners coming together, sharing our stories, sharing the realities of our stories, and even as we're walking this out today. So it's an excellent idea. This is going to help a lot of people, and we're also going to have some fun and be real with what we're doing here this evening. As for myself, I am a 2021 Transformation Contest winner out of Houston in April of this year. And at the time that I had walked the stage, I had dropped, release, and let go 164 pounds.
I'm so sorry. I was on mute. I just didn't want to give all that. Bobby P, first of all, I don't know if y'all added these numbers up 60, 53 in 3 months, 85, 113. Yo, we like 100 pound, 500 pound life over here. We going down in the DM. No, we're not. Okay, so sometimes you gotta take some stuff back. Praise the Lord. All right, so real quick, we are just gonna talk to you about what this whole transformation contest is, because to be honest, it was life changing, and I actually got that from Bobby P. So, what the transformation contest is where Total Life Changes has a contest where they look for the greatest transformations in that season. You know, they have people enter it. I mean, it is thousands of people who enter this contest. And I mean, it's all these stories of I've lost 40 pounds, I've lost 60 pounds, I've lost 100 pounds. But they have deemed fit that all 6 of us were worthy of this title. And Total Life Changes, if you don't know, it is the plug, okay? It is the plug it in, plug it in. I don't know what else to call it, but honey, it can get you everything from snatch to no medical claims. Amen. Gotta throw that in. And the results may vary. Amen. Okay, disclosures. Gotta check that off. Okay, so real quick. Next, let's talk about what. So, all right. So we're gonna get into these all this situationship that we've been talking about. So when you won, right? We're gonna go round table. When you won this contest, number one, how did you feel when you won? Like when you really won, like I don't know, when you like, oh yeah, I knew I was going to win. But how did you feel? And then what changed for you after the contest? So we're gonna start off with Fern, because her hair is like glowing and I like it.
All right. Thank you so much. No pressure, right? So you said, what'd you say again?
How did you feel? How did you feel when you won? Like, how did you feel when they was like, "Hello, Fern, can I speak to Fern? You won." Like, how did you feel? Number one, and number two, what changed for you after the contest? Like after you got the crown, you know?
Yes, got the award. Got you. Thank you. All right, you guys. So how did I feel? Like I felt like I had just literally won a Grammy, okay? Because the transformation in itself was a true reward, a true win. My health was the real win. And then to see this amazing company that I'm a part of recognize me for that. And I could actually share my story out in the open. That was life changing. Like my life had already changed with losing the weight and having better health and just getting time freedom and an increase in my finances. But my life changed again when I was recognized as a transformation contest winner. When I got to go up on that stage and really give the world, because I mean TLC is all over the globe, give the world, a little bit of who I am or who I was, where I've been. To me, it was just a new level of a transformation, because that's when I recognized that so much more healing was taking place, because I was open at that point to share all of my struggles with everybody, to share, okay, this is the journey I went on. Yeah, I still went and ate Popeye's chicken back then, but I still was able to get to this point. So I just felt amazing. I felt truly, truly blessed, and I was beyond grateful just to get up there with the CEO, COO, and to really have them say, hey, we see you. We chose you out of all these people, because there's a lot of people. And I was just very, very grateful and full of life. And you said, what changed? My outlook changed, because I'm like, okay, I look at where I was and I actually was able to do this. And now I'm helping so many people do this. People I don't know. I'm becoming friends with my customers all over the world. I'm becoming friends with my TLC business partners. Like now it was just a new level of growth. My business grew. So my wallet grew, my bank account grew. That's always a plus, right? But I feel like my confidence, my self-esteem grew even more. And I was finally able to see what it felt like to shed that light and to pour into other people. So it was next level for me.
Thanks, Fern. That was beautiful. That was really, you get snaps. You get snaps. Yes. I got that snaps. All right, Siobhan. Siobhan in the house. Siobhan in the house.
I knew you were gonna call on me next. So the interesting thing, I submitted my story on the last day possible because I wasn't going to. I just was not going to do it. I had started the application probably about 3 months prior, and I was like, nope, I'm not worthy. Okay, I'm just going to tell my truth. So on the last possible day, I was like, you know what? Go ahead. And I didn't know it was the last day until I submitted it. And I was like, okay. So when I got the phone call or the email, I was like, nah, that's not, they didn't pick me. They didn't pick me. So when they called, I was like, okay, this is probably gonna be a good thing. Because honestly, Gwen, I manifested this life years ago before I even knew what manifestation was. I envisioned me on the stage telling my story, telling my struggles, and helping other people. Okay. So when they called, I was like, dang, man, but this your time. This your time, right? So because we were in COVID times, I didn't get to have the extravagant transformation reveal like, some of you all may have. So I was at the studio. And for me, the personalization of that was what I needed. Because remember, I didn't even feel worthy, right? So for me, that was so dope. But what happened after I won the transformation, my confidence went down. When I tell you all the comments I got were so negative, they were like, oh my goodness, don't lose any more weight. Girl, what are you doing? And when the dude started talking about my butt, oh baby, I struggled. I started gaining weight. Take them off. Let's get the Vaseline, Gwen. Come on. I started gaining weight back. And then my brother said to me, yo, you gaining your weight back? I was like, somebody saw it. And that for me kind of was like, okay, wait a minute. Because I felt it. Of course, my clothes are fitting differently. I gained about 18, 20 pounds back. And I was like, that 20 pounds came back strong. Like it came back strong. Okay. So I've gone through several transformations since February. Honestly, that I won in February. So since then, I've gone through the feeling down and then having to climb my way back up. So of the 20 pounds, I'm back down 10. Okay. I'm back on my business. I'm making healthier choices. I'm trying this vegan lifestyle out. I'm 5 days in and, I feel great. I'm back to working out. So everything's, good. Snack for me.
You you get snacks, sis. You get snacks. We gonna talk about that in a minute because that just got real. That thing hit me like right ain't over your heart, right here. I had to make sure my heart was over there. Okay. So we're gonna switch it to the man real quick. D'Angelo. How did you feel, and what changed for you after the concert?
Wow, how did I feel? I think mine. Well, first of all, I don't know who picked me to go behind Siobhan. I guess you did, because that was dope. No, I appreciate this platform with everybody. Tiffany, Fern, you, Bobby P and Siobhan. This is really good, and I love her transparency. Wow, when I won the first contest, so it was a little bit different than how you guys got it. Most of you got it because the company picked you, like, or, you got to go through these interviews and all that. And my testimony is that the people voted for me within the company. And so, you know, it was crazy watching the numbers. I watched myself literally go from way down in the bottom to, you know, going up to number 3. I remember getting to like number 7. I'm like, wow, I'm almost at the top. And then I just remember people in the company just kept contacting me and telling me how much my story had, you know, inspired them. And then just watching my number go to the, you know, to 3. And I remember getting to 2 and I'm like, whoa. I said, wait a minute, you know, I can win this thing, you know. And then the people just kept voting for me, and it's kind of like ran away with it, you know. I will never forget a couple of people stand out. Well, one person stand out in my mind more than anybody that won with me. Well, 2 people, I'm sorry. Icy B. George. I love Icy. You know, I'm just going to put that out there. That's my girl, Icy. And one of my former business partner, Jennifer Hooks. You know, we were all, you know, in that top number, you know, and when we were all on the stage together, it was kind of electric being on the stage. And what I took from that, I never missed, and I never was not on stage after that for some reason. And I guess, you know, I took from that the power of momentum. You know, I think that's what really it propelled my business. Took my business to the next level. My health was feeling a lot better. You know, I felt good. It was just a surreal feeling. And so, you know, I took that part from it. You know, it was when you win the contest, you will never be the same. You're not going to be the same. It's like, you can't go. I couldn't go anywhere within Total Life Changes without taking 100 pictures, you know, with people. And that made me feel good that people walk up to you and say to me, you know, you inspired me. And I'm like, wow, you know, you didn't think that it was going to happen, but it did. So I can go on, but I think I answered both your questions, right? I think I did.
You did a good job. I'm proud. I'm proud. You get an A for effort. No, I'm just joking. No, you did that. You did that. All right, thank you. And actually, I didn't even know that. I didn't know. We'll get to that. All right. So Tiffany, shorty. So how did you feel? First of all, we had a full worship and praise session in the back. We was crying and pleading the blood, like it got real. So Tiffany, what happened? What happened with you?
Wow. So for me, I was shocked. And the reason why I was shocked, because a lot was transpiring, happening. And I was really, I was like, I don't even know if I still want to do TLC. You know, I was like, people are really not interested in my story. You know, I'm not on nobody's platform that, you know, I've told them bits and pieces of my story. That people don't seem interested. I don't think I can impact anybody's life. And so when I filled out the form, I was like, you know how we sometimes want to talk ourselves out? I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to share this. I haven't shared as much with a lot of people. Why? But then I started reflecting back on me really transforming, not just my body, but my mind and my spirit. And I said, you know what? I said, Tiff, you are walking testimony of truly transforming, and you need to share your story because you don't know who it's going to impact. So I'm having this conversation with myself. And so when I got the call, I thought they were going to say, you know, you want to come up to Detroit, or you want, you know, we're going to put your story on Facebook or Instagram. I was so shocked that they actually said, you know, we would like to have you in Orlando. I said, wow, what if I wouldn't have submitted it? What if I would have talked myself out of it? What if I would have did all this stuff? Like right before a blessing, chaos happened. And I had every reason not to submit this and not go forth with it. And after getting that, my biggest thing is how I impacted people when I came off that stage, and to have people come up to me. It wasn't for me like the pictures and things like that. It was just for them telling me their story or how they could relate to me, and how I encouraged them to keep going, and how, you know, something I said, it took courage and they could relate. And so when I did that, I said, you know what, it's more that I need to do. You know, Total Life Changes is amazing, but it's so much more, I believe, that I have a purpose for in this world. And everything that I had endured, and I only told a fraction of my story, but everything that I endured in my life was not for me, it was for somebody else. And so I said, whichever way God is going to allow me to go with this, I'm just going to trust him and keep telling my story and keep opening up. And hopefully that will help save other people's lives.
I like you. See y'all trying to mess me up early. I ain't doing this. I'm glad I ain't got no eyelashes on. One will be down here and one will be up there. All right, Bobby. Bobby P. So the Bobby P. What how did you feel and what happened? Like, yeah, walk us through that real quick.
some I never shared this before, but Siobhan went here, so I'll go here too. I almost did not submit my story in time for Houston because I have a whole lot going on, just personal life, and I was thinking, I was like, man, I don't want to do this. They're not going to pick me no way. And this is after I had been encouraged. I mean, this is after that infamous conversation that D'Angelo had with me in July 2020, where he just encouraged me to just really just ramp up and start telling my story. And I had a conversation with someone and they pretty much snapped me back into reality. And they was like, Joker, you need to submit that story now, like now. And so I was like, okay, regardless of what I got going on, this is bigger than me. And so I submitted the story. And even though I was encouraged about submitting my story, and they said, well, Bobby, you got a real good shot of actually being chosen. I didn't believe it until I get the phone call. I don't know about y'all, but it's something about that phone call from Detroit. And it makes it very, very real at that point. And I'm like, okay, here it is. How did I feel on that stage? Because I finally got to a place where I was accepting everything that's supposed to happen at that point. And I just knew I was supposed to be there. And this is how the enemy can really try to come in and trick you and knock you off your purpose and, more importantly, your assignment. Because here it was, I was a few weeks into the business and I was telling my personal sponsor, which happens to be Transformation Contest winner back in 2018, Fern Morgan. I had told her, I said, hey, look, I see myself standing on the TLC stage at a major event telling my story. I didn't know it was going to come in the form of the Transformation Contest. I just knew that's what I had seen. So here it is. I am literally walking out what is happening. And I'm like, wow, we here. And so I shared some things on that stage that was a little bit different from a man perspective that had probably never been shared on a stage like that before. And as a result, I knew that once I came off that stage, life was not going to be the same. I just knew it because it was like I literally shifted from being not only a life changer, but a literal ambassador for the company, and more so the purpose and the vision of the company when it's dealing with mind, body, and spirit because of what I had shared there on that stage. So coming off that stage, and I'm still going through the adjustment period because that happened in Houston. Here come the transformation, not the mind, body, and spirit tour stop in Orlando. And it was interesting to walk in different places and like folks are calling your name and walking in the rooms where you might not have known a whole lot of folk, but a whole lot of folk know you. And I'm like, okay, this is huge, but this is where it gets really real for me. When you have prominent people, prominent life changers, we talking about 6-figure ring earners, pull you to the side with tears in their eyes saying, thank you for telling my story on that stage in Houston. That just whatever uncomfortable I had is gone. I'm full blown in my assignment right now. And I love what we're doing here today because this is going to help some folk because we got to be honest. We got to tell the truth. And this is literally walking out purpose, not only what I'm doing right now, even with this platform, with everybody participating right here. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Well, I don't know how to follow all that up, but I'm gonna try to do what I'm gonna try to do. Wrap it up and put a bow on the top. So first of all, I didn't think I was winning. First of all, I told Bobby P because Bobby P bullied me. Yes, if anybody got bullies in their life, Bobby P is one of them. D'Angelo was also one. Thank you, D'Angelo. Fine, she got a little bullying her, but it's like, it's like, but yeah. So he bullied me. And I submitted my application. Okay, I did reluctantly in the middle of the night. It was like 1 something in the morning. I ain't know about no deadline. All I knew was let me go to the website and do what I told him I was going to do. So I submitted it. When I got the call, it was the day after that. No, lies. It was 2 days after I literally went to God and said something has to change. I was at a place of desperation. It was kind of like that woman with the issue of blood type thing, where you sick and tired of life being the way it was. I literally was like, Jesus, let me tell you something. This is too much. Like, I was tired of life as usual. And I put it all on the line. I was in this house. Anybody been in the house? You been in your car? You done gone off on Jesus? And then you like, Jesus, I am walking in expectation. That happened on Sunday. Tuesday, they said, hello, may you speak with Gwen, please? First of all, I don't know who these people is. I thought they was bill collectors. So I almost hung up the phone. I was almost like, I don't live here. I'm not here. I'm not home. But I proceeded to answer the call. And when they said that, first of all, I had one of the moments in the kitchen where I almost went from the second floor down to the basement. I just started jumping. I had to put the phone on mute. I did feel like I won the lottery. I ain't even lying. Well, right after that, the enemy, as Siobhan said, came in the week of the contest. And I haven't even shared this. I've shared it with like maybe 1-2 people. But the week of the contest, I was not going. I was actually going to tell my people who were going with me, Michelle and Charnel, hey, y'all, what's up? I love y'all, but I'm going to need y'all to accept this award for me because as Siobhan said, I didn't feel worthy. People have told me I done everything from changing to you still not cute. You ain't never been cute. Like, yo, what you doing in the gym? Stop it. You know you got surgery. I done heard a whole lot of foolishness, okay? I'm just happy I got a neck. Didn't have a neck before, so I'm grateful now. But in real life, like the enemy came for my throat. Here, I was about to give. I said, I'm about to call them. I'm so sorry. I might not be able to make it, but can you give it to somebody else? Like, it was a wrap. So it took me here. But a lot of the times, I'm realizing that storms don't make you immune. Like, just because you are with Christ, it doesn't make you immune from the storm. It just gives you the strength to get through the storm. So I'm literally sitting on the boat like, and I'm like, God, this is a bit much. All I did was want to lose some weight. All I wanted was a neck. All I was sick was of that fupa falling over and taking little children out. I was sick of it. And I got beat up. So after I got through all of that, I got to the day that we actually had our transformation contest, which was that Saturday. I walked past this girl, Tiffany, about 14 times. She kept saying, hey, girl, hey. I walked in to get my makeup done. I said, ain't you the girl I've been saying everywhere at the chicken spot, at the coconut shack, at the pool? What's up, girl? And when we realized something happened in that room, Chad, we went from shouting to talk about bad relationships to rebuking the enemy because it got real. And from that point on, I was able to walk in a different level of freedom because I realized I wasn't walking by myself. And it was so weird because that's actually where this whole conversation started when that happened, where God was like, yo, you're not in this by yourself. What you've been through, somebody else has been through. And Bobby P came to mind, D'Angelo, Fern. And it was so weird. I was like, God, you're doing something here, Jesus. So that's what happened to me. Now I wake up and I be like, I lost 135 pounds. Sometimes I just tell myself like I done forgot, you know. But anywho, all right, so real quick. So the next question is going to be a two-parter. And yeah, Bobby P, I am trying to be as timely. You know, I'm a preacher's kid, so child, sometimes we just go long with it just because, but we about to keep on time, amen. So the next question is going to be a two-parter. What happened within your weight loss journey after you won? Did you stay on track? Did you fall off? Did you fall way off? And then what motivated you to either keep going or get back on track? So first question, what did you fall off? Be honest. I'm looking at y'all with my good eye. Y'all know I only got one eye. So no, that's the bad one. This is the good one. So did you fall off? And if you did fall off, what motivated you to stay on track? And even if you didn't fall off, what motivated you to keep going? Bobby P. I'll start with you, Shorty. I'm always ending with you, so I'm gonna start with you.
I'm still fresh from the transformation contest, but I falling off ain't even a thought for me. If anything, I'm going harder than I was before the contest. And for me, because I had failed so much in the years previous, now that I done got to this place, I can't go back. I look at going back as a death for me. And being that my transformation, my walk, my journey is part of my assignment, I can't turn my back on my assignment. So I have to go harder. First of all, because I'm still not ultimately where I want to be. So the journey still continues. Also, too, I understand that I have a responsibility, first of all, to myself. And second, and just as important, to the assignment. And that assignment is tied to other people. So I've have other motivating factors, not only, for myself, but also in how I'm serving other people during this process. Do I have days where I don't feel like it? Absolutely. Yep. But I also know that behind my feelings is absolutely nothing, but behind every principle, there's a promise. And so I'm after the promise. And I also understand that the reward at the end is not necessarily the destination, but the true blessing is for me to continue to go through this process because it's what it is making of me to walk through it. So I'm just in a different place right now. I'm just hungry. I'm hungry for change. I'm hungry for changing myself even more because I believe there's a responsibility once you win that contest. And there's a piece of advice that D'Angelo Malcolm gave me. He said, bro, whatever you do, do not turn loose of this momentum. And I'm holding on to that to their life as far as that advice, that word, that just so much wisdom. So I'm not in this by myself. I have plenty of help through you all each and every day. But that's where I am right now as far as, this process.
Bet. I don't know, that was just like a DMV thing. Bet. I felt you right there. Fern, what about you? So what happened in your journey after the contest, and what motivated you to either keep going or get back on track?
All right, so what happened? I'm just writing it down because I don't want to forget.
You won.
All right, so what happened? Just thinking about this got me a little emotional, and I'm not trying to go there. But life happened. I thought life had already happened, okay? And so this is the part that really pissed me off, and I'm gonna be real. I thought life already happened, and that's what I shared on the stage. I shared so many chains were broken. When I shared what happened, I shared how I was able to push through and heal from a divorce, being with someone for 13 years of my life. I shared openly how when I really, really started to work on myself, and ironically, when I got out of the marriage, my relationship with my mom was better than it ever was. And this is a woman that kicked me out when I was a teenager, and I didn't become close to her again until I was 30. So I shared all of that, and that I thought that was it. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, I know things happen. So when I look at if did I fall off, yeah, I fell off, and I blamed myself for all of it, and that's the part that I feel like hurt me the most, like the self-sabotage. It's like, what happened? It's like, okay, what didn't happen? I was diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia in December of 2017, right? And it's a nerve disease, and they nickname it the suicide disease because a lot of people who have this, unfortunately, they don't make it. Like, they give up, right? And so when I was told that's what I have, I was like, okay, yeah, that's not what I have. Let me go to Hopkins and get an opinion. Let me go here. I went to 9 different specialists, okay? And when they all came to the conclusion, I was like, okay, fine, so this might be what you have. So that happened. But then the transformation contest was a couple months later in 2018. So I'm working through that pain, and I'm hiding it because I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. I was like, okay, what is this that I have? What are people gonna think? This is when things I felt like were getting even better in my life. So after the transformation, I proceeded to continue to exercise. I feel like I was like at a sweet spot, right? Because I was working out. I was hitting the gym hard, like 5 or 6 times a week. I was doing 2 a days, and I had that sweet spot. I could still go to Popeyes and Cold Stone Creamery to get the ice cream, right? Eat good, and I could still kill it in the gym. I could still do my ab work. I saw the little line, the ab line, okay? Like, I was living my best life, all right? So I was pushing through pain because I always had this nerve pain. My face would start being inflamed. I'm like, okay, so why do I feel this when I go to the gym? Because, Fern, you can't be doing those strenuous workouts. So that's when life really started to hit me. I couldn't do things that I had fell in love with, and this woman that I had become. So then I had an injury in the gym. So I was like, okay, all right, Lord, I get it. Okay, I get it. I had to stay out of the gym for 9 months, do physical therapy, do a little walking. I wanted to lift. I wanted to do what I knew I could do. Okay, so then I was still working on myself. I was still working on my mind. I was still growing spiritually. I had taken on so much with various ministries, and I was loving every part of it, right? I was loving teaching Sunday school. I was loving singing in the choir. Like my life was ministry and to serve. So I fell off even spiritually. I fell off. I was removed from what, and I thought it was the enemy, but I really got confirmation, and I knew that it was God removing me from those things for a reason. But at that time, I was like, okay, no, that's not happening, because why would he remove me from those things? Like, why is all this happening to me? What's going on? But there was a lesson in all of it, and I just feel like I see now when things don't necessarily work out, there's always a reason, but we just don't, right now, in that moment, we don't know what the reason is. So in the process of all of that, little by little, I started to gain little 5 pounds, little 5 to 7. My sweet spot was like 5 to 10. I was like, all right, I'll go between 5 and 10 and I'm good. So then nerve pain got me really, really bad. Started taking all these medicines, had these side effects, gained more weight. I said, okay, let me get off those. Let me go the natural route. Let me research our products more. Let me see how I can fight this naturally. And then fast forward, life just kept happening when it came to my health. So I still always had the mindset that I want to get to my goal weight. But it seemed like year after year, I was moving away from it. I was dealing with, oh my gosh, I was dealing with shingles. I was dealing with what I found out last year that almost took me out of my old home was mold toxicity. I was like, why am I always this tired? I'm taking these products. I'm showing everyone I'm a product of the product. I'm feeding my mind, my body, my spirit. So I have been on the journey, and I get it when people fall off or they step away because life happens. So I would say what motivates me now to keep going is because I'm a new woman. Like, it's either someone's gonna think the best of me or they may think the worst of me, but I don't care. Because and I say that with the utmost respect. But I mean it. Like I don't care because what God has for me is what's for me, is what I want to walk in, who I want to serve, the people that He has called me to serve. And I know with all these health issues, I'm like, okay, this ain't just happening. Like that's what I thought at first. Okay, is this just gonna happen? Is this how it is? But on the journey now, with everything that I deal with, that's how I met Bobby P. Okay, how do you have the same painful nerve disease as someone else that you're so close to in business that you've become such good friends with? Like, I'm like, all right, Lord, what is it that you're doing? And it's being able to share what keeps all of us going and how we can keep each other going together, how we can motivate each other. So what keeps me going now is knowing that I still have a goal that I need to get to. And I said, okay, I'll work harder when my health gets back to where it is. When is that going to be? I don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and wait and say, okay, well, let me wait until things are good. The challenges always happen. So I am just fighting. I am pushing through because I know at the end of the day, this is all temporary. I know that there's a new level that I have to get to. So what keeps me going is just knowing that I got through all of that in the past. This is just going to be a new story that I can actually share openly without judging myself or without the fear. And I think honestly that the hardest part was the fear of what others would think and how others would judge me. Come on, leaving ministry and doing all that. I'm not saying that any certain person would judge me, but come on. Like, so I was like, okay, why do I have to take a step back? Why do I have to do this? But it's to show people that all this stuff can happen to you and you can come back better than you were before. So that's definitely what keeps me going.
Y'all getting deep one tonight. All right, so Siobhan, what's up? So what happened to you? I think you shared a little bit of it, but what happened to you and what now motivates you to get back on track?
So going to Detroit caused a major situation with my sister. Like my
Siobhan, we can't hear you, girl. All right, y'all. So, Siobhan, okay, she in there somewhere. Hello?
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because I got a phone call. I was like, get out of here. Okay. my bad. So yeah, so it caused a major situation between my sister and I. And so I think that was the catalyst for me to have that fallen off. It was like I had already felt unworthy to even apply. And then it caused like this big thing. I take care of my disabled father. And it's always a struggle for me to leave the house because I have to find someone to watch him, someone to watch my kids. So that argument between my sister lasted months. And in that time period, I guess I felt like had I never won the transformation contest, the issue with her would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? So I think I was self-sabotaging myself. I was on this mission to correct that situation. Had I never gone, then me and her would still be cool, right? But what clicked was when my brother said, "Are you gaining your weight back?" I was like, how can other people see it? Because I was, in fact, just gaining my weight back. I was not able to. Fern touched on it. I don't even know how I injured myself, but I went through, I broke my toe. I do know how I did that. I broke my toe playing around, then lost some weight thinking I can do these exercises that I don't even know if it's a real exercise. So I done broke my toe. And so then I couldn't do my workouts that I normally do. And then right after the toe kind of healed a little bit, I did something to my ankle. So I had like weakness on one side, right? So the doctor was like, no squats, no running, no inclines on the treadmill. I was like, that's all my workout. So I've been months unable to even fight through the self-sabotage by working out. I couldn't even fight through the self-sabotage. So then I kind of fell off with my products. All of that combined is just, so how I got back on, how I stay motivated. When I went to Orlando, I wasn't even going to go to Orlando. I kind of at the last minute was like, I'm over it. I don't want to go. And the day of me leaving, my babysitter canceled. Literally, I have 2 small children. My babysitter canceled. My oldest child said, I'll watch the kids. Don't cancel your trip. Go on your trip. And I know for a fact, God sent me on that trip to meet Gwen, to meet Bobby P. Because, now I'm going to get emotional. I needed the reset. Carol, stop. I needed the reset. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you for letting me share, because I ain't about to sit here and cry.
You better cry. You better cry them tears. Shoot. No, but that is amazing. I'm not gonna touch on that yet. D'Angelo. So what happened with you?
Yeah, I went back. I kind of, it's not even kind of, I went back to a broken place. That's why when I talked with Bobby, I saw something in Bobby that I didn't know if he saw in himself. You know, I don't want to get into our conversation because it'll violate man code, but I will just tell you that I saw something in him that I saw in myself when I won the contest. And I knew he was going to win if he submitted his story. I knew you were going to win when you submitted. I told you that you were going to win because I saw in you. I want to say this, and then I'll get to my piece. I don't ever want to hear you say that again, Gwen. I promise you, what people said that you are not a beautiful person. You are probably one of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my life. I want you to remember that. Don't ever let nobody tell you anything different than that, because I know for a fact after watching you that and Gwen, that's that stuff you was talking about in the back on the stage. But anyway, backstage. But anyway, I just want you to know that from all the things that I see in you, the greatest thing I see in you is your light. And I know you use your humor sometime to cover up the pain because I know about it. And so I just want to let you know, I'm going to hear your story one day without the humor. I want to hear your story without all that other stuff, because your story is phenomenal. I want you to know that. But I say all that to say, I lost track of where I was because I thought that I was okay. I felt like Fern when she said I can always do this to get back there. But then you can slip so far. You know, it's easy to slip back. It's easy, but hard to get back. You know what I mean? And so, but what I learned though, and I want to say this to you, I used to feel, you know, maybe last year or so, I felt, you know, there was so many things going on with me. I remember I couldn't get out the bed. I think I shared this with Bobby P. My feet were so, I don't know what was going on. I was being attacked in my body where I couldn't get on the floor. My feet couldn't touch the floor without being in total pain. And I remember being able to walk again. And I'm like, I can get out and walk. And I haven't stopped walking since. And so, but I wanted to say this. I jotted down a few things. I want to say this before I say that. I'm the greatest story never told. I want y'all to let that sink in. My story is still being written. You know, and so I've helped birth greatness in my brokenness. And so, you know, the people who I've been around, I had to be broken to meet Bobby P. I had to be broken to meet Gwen. I had to be in a broken place. I had to go back to the pit so I can show other people how to get to the palace. And so I'm just telling you, I don't even look at my brokenness as a bad thing anymore, me reverting back. I look at it as a necessity for me to make my story even greater. Bobby P, I always tell him, keep telling your story, Bobby. Keep telling your story, Gwen, Fern, and Siobhan, and Tiff. Keep telling your story because people have to understand that. And one of the things I did is I had to stop doing was lying to myself and saying that I was okay when I wasn't. We lie to ourselves so much and say, we okay, but and the enemy fights you. You would have known, you won. You're the transformation contest. Look at you now. When I hear stuff like that, it makes me know that I'm on the right track to going in the right direction. Because if the enemy didn't fight me, it means that I'm not a threat to what he's trying to do, and that's to destroy other people's lives. I come to help set the captives free. And I want somebody to understand this, and then I'm done for this part. I don't ever want you to stop fighting for your health. Don't you ever stop fighting for your greatness. I don't care how many times you fell down. I don't care how many times you felt like giving up. I don't care how many times you gave up. Your greatness is birthed in your brokenness. And there's so many other people. The world is that you are attached to in this world, and the world is waiting on you. And they can't get free because you're stuck feeling sorry for yourself and saying you fell off. I could, but I'm not dead. You're going to have to kill me. I will crawl if I have to. I'll crawl a mile. I will scoot a mile. And I will, it's a goal that I got in my head, and I'm going to get there. And come hell or high water, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there with or without other people. I hope that I can bring some others along with me. So this group right here, we're forever connected. There's nothing that you can do to disconnect us. God connected us for a reason. We are the outward manifestation of what the inward presence of us continue to push to solidify our greatness and our health. And don't you ever give up, because I'm never going to give up. I don't care if they can put me in a wheelchair, then I'm going to be doing pull-ups on the tree. I don't care what happens. I just can't give up. So.
I had to get myself together. I was about to start crying and everything else. Thank you, D'Angelo. That was your greatness is birthed in your brokenness. It was so weird. I literally just was telling somebody, I am so grateful for my scars now. I am so grateful for those times that I was broken, because I realize now that I was gracefully broken. Like, boy, you said that. Okay, Tiffany, because he's trying to make me cry on today. I'm not doing it. Go ahead, Tiff.
Look, I'm trying to hold back the tears on that one. I didn't fall off, but I had every reason to fall off. Adversity was something that I struggled with that caused me to fall back so many times. And when people say, oh, you can see genuine people who are happy for you when you win this transformation, but the sad part, and being very transparent, a lot of people are not happy for you. And you start seeing that a lot of people are more envious of why you and not me, and why this and why not that. And it's funny, I already knew I was going to be faced with that, but I experienced some deaths that kind of would have taken me back to a place where I wanted to go in a shell and revert to eating to cover up the pain. So I was faced with that. Well, what people don't know, before I got to Orlando, I did a spiritual fast for 4 days, and I gave up food. And the number 4 is so special because it's balance and it's stability that you're going to have through adversity through conflict, through things that you're going to face. So for me, God showed me that you're going to do this for this amount of time because you're going to be faced with some things that I know you're going to be able to make it through, but I didn't know at that moment. I didn't know the specifics of it. And so I look now and look back and say, wow, what could have broke me, what could have made me say, go pick up all that bread and stuff and eat and just sit on the couch and don't do nothing. I said, no, go get on that treadmill. No, go get that salad. Go drink some more water. Okay, keep meditating. Okay, you keep your mind right. Keep your spirit right. And that's going to help your body. And I end up still losing weight in the midst of all of what could have broke me. And what keeps me motivated through all this is the fact that it's bigger than me. You know, I have my kids, but not only my kids anymore. I have other people that I've met in Orlando who have reached out to me, who even seen it virtually, that people I see in the street who heard my story, who know my story, who see a difference in me. You know, I have family who come and say, I'm so proud of you. I see a difference in you. It's just not your body, but just you being so transparent and growing and not allowing the negative thoughts of people and situations to cause you to go back to a place that you were at, a dark place. So I'm never going back, no matter what I'm going to face. Like, the enemy can try to do whatever it wants to do. But when you lose certain people and you lose situations, God replace it with greater. So for me, it's like those who I thought I was going to go on a journey with, God connected me on this platform with some amazing individuals that I can really say, like we said, it's nothing can break this because it's bigger than us. You know, I can relate to Bobby about the MS. It's like, how can we each all relate to each other on some level with something? This is not a coincidence. This is like, to me, was meant to be. We all had to go through our journey and pass for to be connected right now, because we have people who is watching this podcast or who are going to come back and watch the replay and going to say, oh my goodness, I can relate to these individuals who look like me, who went through the things I went through, and they're overcoming it. And they may, you know, quote unquote, might fall back a little bit, but they identify it now and they know how to overcome it, and they're not alone. So with that, I'm like, I'm gonna keep pushing forward. Nothing can stop me. No matter how much they want to stop me, nothing can. So it's just pushing forward from now on.
All right, Bobby, I'm going to be real quick, and I know we got right up because I know it's 8:00, 8:02. While I'm watching.
But let me interject. Of course, we have a target time as far as how far this podcast will go, but I feel the Most High moving, so we're gonna do this a little while longer, and we'll know when to actually end it. You know, and I'll let you know. But right now, at this moment, it's too much good going on. That somebody need to hear this. Somebody's need to hear this. This is what this platform is for. So continue.
Thank you. So I would have to say, for me, when I got back, I realized I had two options. My first option was either to die miserably or to live abundantly. I could go one of two ways. I either would end up going back to 300 or 400 or 500 pounds. I've already lost sight of my one eye. You know, I mean, they were like, oh, you get paralyzed. Oh, you get high blood pressure. You could just die, you know. And I realized I had two options when I got back home. So I literally have been on this journey where I am defying my own expectations for myself. For example, I'll be very, very honest. This is just as honest as I can be. Yesterday, so I started a job on Monday. Yesterday, I was in so much pain. My hair from Amazon hurt. Let me explain something to you. Being a teacher is not easy. It's not easy. We walking up and down steps, putting stuff on ladders, hanging stuff up, going up and down. I went up and down 15 flights of steps yesterday. When I got home, my body said, sit your hind parts down. Don't. And I got a taste of what Bobby P, Fern, and Tiffany have gone through. Everything I had hurt. I went to go to the bathroom. I was walking like I was 95 years old. I was like, Jesus, this ain't even funny. My feeling hurt. Everything, my leg, my knees. I said, God, I put Alleviate on all the 2,000 parts. I put it on everything. I was in so much pain. But it was so weird. I came in this house and I crawled into that kitchen and I said, I got two options. I either live abundantly or I die miserably. I put that fruit punch in that thing and I went to move it. I have no other options. I walked 3 miles on a limb because I think at this point I'm literally like, if you don't push now, going back is so easy. Going backwards is the easiest thing in the world. I was telling somebody, I said I quit every day. Because every day I got so in the habit of telling myself I couldn't that sometimes it's hard to remind myself that I can, and I have done it. So it's so easy for me to just go back and just quit. But then when I get to that place where I wake up and I'm like, I'm about to quit, and God is like, do you not realize that you have been proven by fire? I have gone through failure after failure after failure. I'm not fireproof, but I've been proven by fire. If I got through it before, I can get through it again. And it's so weird. I'm starting to realize, like, I was praying to God because I lost a lot of people. I lost a lot of people. Friend, best friend. And she and I, we had this conversation. She was like, Gwen, I couldn't call you. Because we were always in the same weight bracket. She said, I couldn't call you because it reminded me that I wasn't where I wanted to be. So people I've known for 15, 20 plus years, and God was like, I am taking you somewhere where everyone, number one, can't go. And number two, the people that are meant to go with you, they will catch up with you once you get there. So it was so weird. Then God was like, oh, guess what? I'm going to give you some new people along the way. Let me partner you with some other winners. Because it's something about when 2 and 3 are gathered, you can slay some demons that you couldn't slay by yourself. So it was so weird. I am now in a better place because I was broken, because I went through the fire. I did the whole Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego thing. Okay, I've been in the furnace and was like, God, how much hotter can it get? But now I'm like, I'm not fireproof, but God has allowed me to be proven by fire and come out. So at this point, I have no choice. I can't go back. Like, there's nowhere for me to go but forward. I look back and I be wanting to go and I be like, nah, shorty. Did because I like wearing no clothes. I like clothes that fit tight. I'm gonna be very honest. I like being sexy every given moment of the day. I wake up in the morning and be like, hey girl. I'll be doing them little TikTok videos thinking I'm cute. Okay, like. Anyway, so we actually are going to wrap this up. Like, this is the last question. Now I'm going to make one quick announcement. I'm going to pass it to Bobby P. So everybody, real quick, in one good minute, can you give the one lesson that you learned through this process? 1 minute, a 1 minute lesson that you learned in this process. It doesn't have to be the full minute. It could be a boom, boom. But what is the one thing that this process has shown you or helped you to grasp better than before? Fern, you just happened to look up and I like your eyes. So go for it.
Thank you. All right. What I lost my train of thought that fast. You said in 1 minute, what am I doing?
Give it in 1 minute.
Sorry, y'all.
You fine, girl. Listen, I be forgetting my own name next time. In 1 minute, give a 1 minute lesson that you learned during this process. So in 1 minute.
Gotcha. Thank you. In 1 minute, a lesson that I've learned in this process is to just keep going. I know it may sound cliche, but keep going. And I will say, hold on to your faith, but even if you lose your faith, keep going, because I got to a point after being diagnosed with COVID and after dealing with COVID, I lost my faith. Okay. And my faith is all that I had to hold on to, the love of the Most High and the love that I know that the Most High has for me. When I lost that, I was like, okay, there's no point in me even being here. But you got to keep going, because we're not given all of what we deal with in life to just pass and die away without helping others, without blessing others, without opening our mouths and sharing what we deal with. And when I really, really started to really look at all the pain, all those days where I couldn't drive for like 3 months, dealing with the mess from the mold, the brain fog, feeling like I'm just going to die in my own home, dealing with facial pain, dealing with my face swelling up. The main thing that I can continue to focus on is my mind, my body, and my spirit. That's all I really have control over, is what I do as far as what I feed my mind, what I put in my body, and what I do as far as feeding my spirit. So if you really just focus on yourself, focus on not giving up, even if you are forced to just stop doing what it is that you're doing. You're like, okay, I can't do this today, but I will continue, because it's so much bigger than me. So for anyone that's watching, it's so much bigger than you. And if you're discouraged, even life changers that may be watching this, if you're discouraged about the transformation contest, I didn't win the first time I entered. I was discouraged. I got a free kit. I was like, oh, I got a free kit. And Jack was like, enter again. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that, because I didn't win the first time. Keep going. I kept going and I won the next one. So just keep your faith and know that it's bigger than you. Thank you.
All right. Siobhan. So what was, in 1 minute, what was the lesson that you learned during this process?
What I learned is they're watching. People are watching. They're watching when you are committed, and they're watching when you fall off. And for me, I know my purpose is to help myself first and then to help my family. So if I have to help my family, that means I have to stay committed. So like Fern said, keep going. Don't give up. Don't lose faith, and don't lose sight of what the goal is. So that's it.
Tiff.
During this process, I think one of the key things for me and to encourage other people is really look internal to your subconscious to determine what is causing you to make the decisions and choices that you're making, because that ultimately goes into habits that we pick up as far as eating and gaining weight, maybe not being mentally strong, and maybe being spiritually broken. So once I was able to tap into that particular part of me and understand what is the root cause of what's causing me to do the things that I was doing, that is when I became whole in all aspects of the true mind, body, and spirit. And that allows you to keep going stronger, and not just fall back into the same cycle and routine. So for anybody out there, a lot of self-reflection, personal development, learn you again, learn who you are, and what are some things that you've been just putting a Band-Aid over, and you really need to allow it to heal. And once you allow that process and the things that have caused trauma in your life, even if you don't use that word and don't really think it's trauma, to heal, then you start seeing your true transformation. Then you start finding yourself again. And like everybody else said thus far, just continue. Don't give up. Just keep pushing forward.
No, I'm about to start crying and pass the plate. Bobby B.
Be grateful. Be grateful for all things, the good, the bad, and in between during your process, because that process is what's making us. And that process is also our proving ground. That's how we get the chinks in the armor. That's how I faith untested ain't really faith. So we have to be grateful for each and every step of the process. Even if we fall off, you hurry up and get back on, because there's purpose in it. I'm telling you, nobody learns from the mountaintop. They learn from the valley. So I am grateful for my valley experiences, each and everything, because the bottom line is this. We, each and every one of us, are called according to his purpose. And that's the only thing that I'm concerned about. And in order to get to your reward, you're going to have to be grateful for your process, because once you get the reward and you're not grateful, you're not going to be grateful for that either. And you're going to wind up having to start all over again. Be grateful.
I'm gonna go, and you gonna end us out. Your yes has the power to free somebody else. It's so weird that a lot of the times we often feel invisible until we do something great, until somebody celebrates you. But you just posting and saying, yo, you can do it, or encouraging someone, or praying for someone when they don't even see it, or just being there and supporting people on your team, off your team, on social media, at your workplace, in the supermarket, just smiling at somebody. Your yes has so much power to free somebody else. Like, it's so weird. I hugged somebody and I was just like, girl, you look good. She was like, I said, oh, wait a minute, I ain't mean to do all that. But you never know that often people, they don't get that love. They don't get that, yo, you got this. Like, they don't get that. And when you literally say, you know what I've gone through, if I can do it, you can do it too. I had a young lady, we was in summer camp together. She hit me up. It was at like 12:30, and I'm doing a contest show, so it's so weird. I was sitting there on my phone, and she was like, girl, what's this contest about? I've been following you. First of all, I didn't even know we was friends. But you never know how your yes will be able to bless someone else in their process. She said, I want to do this because I saw you win. I was like, oh, come on. So I'm just starting to realize that me saying yes, and us saying yes, you saying yes, can help somebody else become free. Hit it, D.
Wow. I just want to say thank you all for allowing me to share this platform with you all. Y'all are all outstanding, amazing people, and your journeys have inspired me. This is my first time being on the platform with some of you, but I just want to say thank you, Gwen, for putting this together, and Bobby P allowing this to happen. Thank you all for this. Our COO said something, and I want to share part of that with you in my minute. He says that some people have never heard their name called since they graduated from high school. And so when you have people who cheer for you, who love you, it inspires them to push harder. And so what I want to say to you all is continue to push harder. And if you ever want to see or need the feel, see, mimic, I will tell you that I'm that person that you would want to attach to, because I promise you that I will reach my goal or I will die trying. That's what I learned from this whole process. I know what it feels like to be on the top, and it's a great feeling. I know what it feels like to be in the valley. I know what it feels like to feel like you have nobody to help push you. But I also know that the reward of reaching your goal will take your confidence to places that you never thought possible. So the goal is, and what I've learned, is that you fight for it, die trying, and leave it all on the floor. Don't you ever give up. Don't you ever give in. You can do anything in this world. I always say you can do anything in this world if you stretch your faith. Believe in you. You are the best. You are the best version of yourself when you be your authentic self. and don't let anybody try to change you. Be you and keep grinding. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bobby. Real quick. So everybody, thank you guys so much for coming on. Bobby, you bomb, you lit, you live. Thank you. Real quick, we have a group, guys, where if you would like to connect with us, if you'd like to ask questions, if you'd like to, just kind of follow us and actually pick up your own mantle and say yes. Our group is called TLC Transformation to the Finish Line because that's what we're working on. We're working on getting to the finish line and maintaining. So if you'd like to join that, please do. Also, I am doing a transformation contest where I am about to hit my 2-year mark on my personal journey. I've lost 135 pounds. This fupa is still really real. So I am still going hard. I'm still pressing forward. I'm pressing toward the mark because it's got to go. So you can join me on that. Hit me up on my page. Bobby, I'm done. I'm going on mute. I love y'all. Thank you. Goodbye, New
York. Oh, God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I trust and believe this is not the last time we're going to have a roundtable that have transformation contest winners a part of it. Tonight has been powerful. I almost really don't know what to say next. Once again, thank you, Gwen, for putting this together. I don't think you realize how you touch folk tonight just by putting this together. I want to thank each and every individual that has come to the panel here tonight. And next week, of course, we got an amazing interview that's coming up. But I want to make sure that, Gwen, give that name of that group again that everybody can be a part of.
Sure. It is the TLC Transformation to the Finish Line, colon, or is it semicolon? I don't know, but the 2 dots. The transformation continues. TLC Transformation to the Finish Line, the 2 dots, the transformation continues.
I got it scrolling at the bottom of the page now. So I'm going to let that scroll there for a few seconds so folks that can come back and actually watch the video, they can catch it. But most definitely, become part of the group, get your encouragement. We all are in this together. And the whole goal is to leave no man or woman behind, period. All right, y'all. You all have an amazing evening. And of course, as I end each and every video now, I love each and every one of you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Be blessed.
Bye.
Bye.